Imagine standing on the banks of the Nile over 5,000 years ago, before Rome, before Greece, before most of the world's great civilizations even existed. Towering stone monuments rise from the desert, priests chant beneath golden temples, pharaohs command armies, build wonders, and rule as living gods. For thousands of years, ancient Egypt seemed unstoppable. Yet even the greatest civilization can fall. This is the incredible story of ancient Egypt's rise, glory, and eventual collapse. The Nile River cuts through the harsh deserts of northeastern Africa like a ribbon of life. Without it, ancient Egypt would never have existed. Every year its waters flooded the surrounding land, leaving behind rich soil that transformed barren wilderness into fertile farmland. Here, around 3100 BC, scattered villages began to unite under a single ruler. A civilization was being born, one that would endure longer than almost any empire in human history. For the next 3,000 years, Egypt would become a land of immense wealth, breathtaking monuments, powerful kings, and extraordinary achievements. But its story would also be one of invasion, conflict, and decline. To understand ancient Egypt, we must travel back to the very beginning. The sun rises over the Nile. Farmers guide wooden plows through dark, fertile fields, fishing boats drift along calm waters, mud brick villages line the riverbanks. Life here revolves around the annual flood. When the waters retreat, they leave behind rich black soil perfect for growing wheat and barley. Food becomes abundant, populations grow, villages become towns, towns become kingdoms. Eventually, a ruler known as Narmer unites Upper and Lower Egypt into a single nation. For the first time, Egypt becomes one kingdom under one king, the pharaoh, and this new civilization begins to flourish. Soon, Egyptian scribes develop one of the world's earliest writing systems, hieroglyphics, thousands of symbols carved into stone and painted onto papyrus. These writings preserve laws, religious beliefs, and the stories of kings. Egypt is no longer just surviving, it is advancing, rapidly. As Egypt grows richer, its rulers seek something greater than power. They seek immortality. The pharaohs believe they are divine beings, living gods on earth, and when they die, they expect to continue ruling in the afterlife. To prepare for eternity, they build monuments unlike anything the world has ever seen. The desert echoes with the sounds of chisels striking stone. Thousands of workers haul massive limestone blocks beneath the scorching sun. Year after year, stone after stone, the pyramids begin to rise. The greatest of them all is built for Pharaoh Khufu at Giza. Standing nearly 500 feet tall, it becomes the tallest human-made structure on Earth for thousands of years. Even today, it remains one of history's greatest engineering achievements. Nearby, the mysterious Sphinx gazes endlessly across the desert. Its true purpose remains a subject of fascination and debate. For centuries, Egypt's pyramid builders showcase the wealth, organization, and power of their civilization. The world has never seen anything like it. As centuries pass, Egypt enters a period of extraordinary prosperity. Magnificent temples rise from the sands, trade routes stretch across Africa and the Mediterranean. Gold flows into royal treasuries, the cities become larger, the temples grander, the pharaohs more powerful. This is the age of legendary rulers. One of them is Hatshepsut, a woman who becomes one of Egypt's most successful pharaohs. Under her rule, trade flourishes and monumental building projects transform the kingdom. Later comes Thutmose III, a military genius who expands Egypt's borders farther than ever before. Egypt becomes an empire, its influence reaches distant lands, its armies are feared, its culture admired. Then emerges Ramses II, perhaps the most famous pharaoh of them all. His colossal statues tower over temples. His victories are celebrated across the kingdom. His name becomes synonymous with power. At its height, Egypt appears invincible. But beneath the surface, cracks are beginning to form. No civilization remains powerful forever. As generations pass, Egypt faces growing challenges. Political rivalries weaken the government. Foreign enemies test its borders. Economic pressures begin to strain the kingdom. Meanwhile, powerful neighboring civilizations are rising. New kingdoms emerge across the Middle East. Competition intensifies. Wars become more frequent. The once unshakable authority of the pharaoh begins to weaken. Some rulers prove ineffective. Others struggle to maintain control over distant territories. The empire slowly loses its grip. Yet the greatest threats are still to come. The winds of change sweep across the ancient world. One by one, foreign powers arrive. The Assyrians invade. Later, the Persians conquer Egypt. Although Egyptian culture survives, its independence fades. Then in 332 BC, a young conqueror marches into the Nile Valley. His name is Alexander the Great. Egypt welcomes him as a liberator. After his death, one of his generals establishes a new ruling dynasty, the Ptolemies. Greek influence spreads throughout the kingdom. The ancient traditions remain, but Egypt is changing. Fast. Finally, the last great chapter unfolds. A queen rises to power. Cleopatra VII, brilliant, ambitious, and determined to preserve Egypt's independence. She navigates dangerous alliances with Rome's most powerful leaders, but Rome's power is unstoppable. In 30 BC, following Cleopatra's defeat, Egypt becomes a province of the Roman Empire. The age of the pharaohs comes to an end. A civilization that had endured for over 3 millennia finally loses its sovereignty. Today, the pyramids still stand against the desert sky. The temples remain etched with stories of forgotten kings. The Nile continues its timeless journey through Egypt just as it did thousands of years ago. Empires rose, empires fell, dynasties vanished, yet ancient Egypt never truly disappeared. Its achievements shaped architecture, engineering, writing, government, religion, and culture for generations to come. The civilization may have fallen, but its legacy became immortal, and perhaps that was the greatest monument the pharaohs ever built. If you enjoyed this journey through ancient Egypt, consider subscribing for more cinematic historical documentaries. And let us know in the comments, which civilization should we explore next?